Y'all, to say this year's Black Canyon 100K is going to be a showdown, like probably more engaging than the Super Bowl, is an understatement. Every year the competition gets stiffer and stiffer, and this year is no exception. I feel like at this point in ultra running, it's just not even worth saying that a race has competition because they all freaking do. I think Black Canyon may be the most competitive 100K in the nation. We're talking 20 women deep who could easily show up and be on the podium if it's their day. And I want to introduce you to some of those players so you can follow along this weekend on Aravaipa's live stream. I'll put their link in the description box below. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the course, it's point to point with a net downhill. Historically, this race starts out fast and then slows towards the end, with the majority of the climbing in the last half. Because of this, the podium is usually in question up until Table Mesa, so the race is fun to spectate and will have you on the edge of your seat to the bitter end, barring a Courtney Dauwalter type performance. I'd say the biggest hurdles of this race are the wicked fast start, maintaining that intensity throughout, and the pressure of the immense competition and media around the race that's thrown people off before. As far as the course conditions go, this year the weather is predicted to be relatively moderate, with a high of around 70 and a low of around 40 with some cloud cover. Last year we saw temps increasing into the high 80s, which really did a number on a lot of runners. Though this year will be cooler, 70 degrees will still feel hot if the clouds break, especially for the people who've been training in cooler temps, as there's no shade along the course, no reprieve from the strength of the Arizona sun. Good news is the water crossings have been high and they'll cool us off throughout the race. As of 2 weeks ago, the water crossings receded some and you can easily walk across them. However, your feet are probably going to be soaked if the water maintains its depth. Additionally, because of the rain and horse traffic, the course got muddy and a bit puckered at the start. I doubt this is going to slow the front runners much since there's usually so much energy in those first few miles, but it's something to be aware of. Watch your ankles. This race brings competition from all over, and this year we've got women coming from not just across the country, but around the world. Norway, Sweden, Japan are just some of the few. It's gonna be awesome. In general, my predictions for this year's race are that it's gonna start out wicked fast as always. I think some people are gonna be able to hold on to that fast pace. Other folks are gonna fade hard, especially if the sun breaks through those clouds. I also think the podium women will all be under 9 hours or darn close to that 9-hour mark, and we will likely see a course record breaking year with the talent we have out there. Many of the women who are seated to be on the podium already have golden tickets, so we could also potentially see a roll down of the golden tickets past 5th place, which means no one would get the tickets. Like I said, it's gonna be an interesting year. Heather Jackson is one of those folks who already has a spot into Western States. She's an elite triathlete, having won Ironmans, and had a standout performance at the Javelina 100 in 2022, last year, competing with the top men. Through around the 100K mark, she kind of fell apart at the end, saying that her legs weren't prepared for the distance. However, she's trained a lot since then. She still ended up taking 5th place at Javelina and proved she can run 100K well. My guess is she'll be gunning for the course record splits like she was at the Javelina 100. Casey Leitai also has her entrance into Western States. She has raced this course before, holding the course record in 8:38 on their alternate route. She has some killer workouts that she's put in this last training block and finished 4th at Javelina 100. We know she's got speed. Elsa McDonald was 2nd at Western States, so she has a spot in as well if she wants it, but she's not signed up. So that was her last big race, so we'll see what kind of fitness she shows up with this year. She's someone who knows the course well, having won it and holding the 2nd fastest time on the actual course, and she is a real competitor, no matter what fitness she has. And then there are a few women I know who are not interested in racing Western States, but do have a shot at the ticket. So if the ticket presents itself, they'll be on the fence about whether or not to accept it. The women's field is about 20 deep, with everyone from well-established ultra runners, lots of up-and-comers hoping to make their break, and many women who have proven themselves to be speedy on the flatter road adjacent races, but have yet to perform on a race course like this. There's no shortage of speed out there this year, but it's the combination of speed, climbing, and consistent pacing to the end that'll determine the podium. Because I don't have time to talk about every single person on the roster, I'll list my top 10 picks, not in order, just who I think is going to be out there in the mix. Ida Nielsen and Ingrid Kaspersen are very strong mountain runners and will be unfazed by that back half of the course. I think Heather Jackson, Casey Leitai, and Elsa McDonald are also going to be up there. They're all very fierce competitors and have done this course. Georgia Porter is my star pick. Like, if she's not on the podium, something went wrong. She's got a 2:36 marathon PR, 2nd overall at the Tusher 100K, smashing Amanda Basham's course record by 30 minutes, overall win at the Run Rabbit 50 miler, and she is not one to shy away from stiff competition. Brianna Grigsby, a friend of mine, who has been on this channel before. She took 5th last year at Black Canyon, missing the ticket by 5 minutes. She's got the fitness this year and certainly a fire to push for one of those tickets. She wants it bad. She took 11th at the Javelina 100 and she really just needs to piece things together for a really good day this weekend. She's got so much heart and I just want to see her hard work pay off. Keely Hinninger, first at Gorge Waterfalls 50K, as well as the Joshua Tree FKT most recently, has come back from an injury, a strong competitor. She's raced Western States before, done well, and would like to get back there. She's someone I view as a very methodical racer. From the outside, she seems composed and wise to pacing a strong Black Canyon. It'll be fun to see how she executes this race. Hannah Allgood is another one on my list. First at Gorge Waterfalls 100K, top 20 finish at CCC this past year, and seems to really be on the upward trajectory. Pretty much all the races she's run, she's finished first or second. Lastly, I'm looking forward to being a part of such a talented field of women this year, and I'm confident I've got the fitness to be in the top 10 as well. For me, it'll really come down to how my knee behaves after the 50K mark. I'm bringing my own BioFreeze this year. And I've done everything I can in the lead up to prepare it for the distance, but it's just still a big question mark. Placing in the top 10 is not my primary goal this year. I really want to enjoy the race, and if things go awry, again, I want to be able to handle it better mentally. So that's the main goal, have fun and enjoy the day and not be so angry. But I know I'm capable of far more than I've performed on this course before. It'll just be a matter of what day God gives me this weekend. So, prayers! It's gonna be such a neat year to be a part of. I'm so stoked. If y'all want to be a part of it, I know Aravaipa is still looking for volunteers, so if you're interested in coming out to spectate and helping out, check out the link down below. Once again, make sure to tune in to the Aravaipa live stream. They do a great job of that and commentary. That'll also be linked down below. You're just not gonna wanna miss this year. I look forward to seeing every one of you out there. If you're racing, good luck. Race your heart out and happy trails, y'all. Bye.